Donbas is not Putin's endgame, Kallas warns. US refuses to budge in talks with Zelenskyy on peace deal. And Moscow under drone attack. Explosions heard in outskirts, airports closed. The latest news next. American officials held several hours of talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Berlin. The US is pushing for a peace deal by the end of the year, but there are significant differences between the sides, especially regarding control over territories in Donbas, the Wall Street Journal reports. According to the agency, negotiations between Ukraine and its Western partners have turned into a tug of war, even without Russia's participation at the negotiating table. Washington insists on quick decisions, while Zelenskyy and his European supporters argue that there are still significant differences that need to be resolved. Negotiations will continue on Monday, December 15th, and several European leaders are expected to join them. Among the key points of contention is Ukrainians' resistance to Washington's call to withdraw its troops from part of eastern Donbas. European and Ukrainian officials insist on a clear definition of US actions in the event of Russia violating the peace agreement and attacking Ukraine again. Both issues will be the focus of the talks in Berlin. After the talks ended late last night, US Special Representative Steve Witkoff said that both sides had held in-depth discussions on the peace plan. He says significant progress has been made and they will meet tomorrow morning again. A Wall Street Journal source familiar with the talks in Berlin described them as difficult, saying that the US side appears unwilling to compromise on its draft peace agreement. If Russia gains control of Donbas as part of a peace deal, it will then suddenly continue to seize all of Ukraine. EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy Kallas said this ahead of a meeting of EU foreign ministers in Brussels.
Donbas is not Putin's endgame. If he gets Donbas, then the fortress is down, and then they definitely move on with taking the whole of Ukraine. If Ukraine goes, then other regions are in danger. We know this from history, and we should learn from history.
Commenting on potential security guarantees for Ukraine, she said that these cannot be papers or promises.
They have to be real troops, real capabilities, so that Ukraine is able to defend itself. As I have said before, in the last 100 years, Russia has attacked at least 19 countries, some of them 3 or 4 times. None of those countries has ever attacked Russia, so they do not need security guarantees. Security guarantees are needed for everybody else.
The EU's top diplomat called this week very important for resolving the issue of financing Ukraine and noted that they have different options on the table. The most credible option is a reparations loan, and this is what we are working on. We're not there yet, and it is increasingly difficult, but we are doing the work. We still have some days, Kallas emphasized. The Russian delegation has arrived in Washington for the first G20 Sherpa meeting under US leadership following a long period of diplomatic isolation, according to Russian media. It is currently known that the Russian delegation is headed by Russia's Sherpa, Svetlana Lukash, with accompanying officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Finance, and the Presidential Administration. The first meetings of Sherpas and finance representatives of the member states will take place on December 15th to 16th. Russia's participation in the forum demonstrates the US willingness to involve Moscow in discussions on key global economic and geopolitical issues, while simultaneously controlling the agenda. According to US plans for 2026, the G20 under their leadership will focus on economic deregulation, the development of reliable and affordable energy supply chains, and the implementation of new technologies. These measures are expected to strengthen global stability and security, while also creating opportunities for more transparent international dialogue. A group of European Union countries closest to Russia's borders plans to begin implementing concrete measures this week to bolster their defenses in response to the escalating threat from Russia, reports Bloomberg. Finnish Prime Minister Petteri Orpo said in a radio interview that an Eastern Flank summit will be held in Helsinki on December 16th with Sweden, Poland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania and Bulgaria. Leaders at the summit plan to coordinate on defense development and adopt a common stance within the EU.
Russia is the threat today, tomorrow, and long into the future. The biggest pressure is on the eastern edges of Europe.
He added that the leaders aim to send a clear message to Brussels and secure initial funding of about 1.5 billion euros for defense projects. Under the next EU multi-year budget, starting in 2027, defense spending could reach 135 billion euros. The newly formed Eastern Flank Group plans to obtain funding to improve border security, air defense, drone detection and countermeasures, and the development of land forces. Recently, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte stated that, in his view, the alliance is Russia's next military target. He noted that he has long ceased to understand what is happening in the midst of Kremlin dictator Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin responded accusing European countries of disregarding the lessons of World War II and effectively warning NATO of a potential invasion, confirming Rutte's concerns. Unknown drones flew over Moscow and its suburbs on the night of December 15th, according to Russian media. During the night of December 15th, an attack by unidentified drones was reported in Moscow and the Moscow region. Explosions were reported by Russian social media channels and local residents. In particular, residents of the Moscow region city of Kashira reported the explosions. Moments of the blasts were captured on video. On the evening of December 14th, amid reports of drones approaching Moscow, authorities temporarily restricted operations at the Medvedevo and Zhukovsky airports, but air traffic was later restored. Throughout the night, Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin periodically reported on drones being shot down over the Russian capital, bringing the total of 15 downed drones. In the morning, the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that 130 drones had been shot down, including 25 over the Moscow region. That's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. Support Ukraine, like and subscribe.